Welcome back to another Daily Stew. This is the Right Stew podcast. I'm Paul Stewart.
And I'm Brian Wright still.
Here we go. We're coming at you, talking some of the topics of the day. So obviously, Brian, the biggest, certainly around here, the biggest news, Bill Belichick, officially a Carolina Tar Heel.
Really surprised. You know, the girls will be safe or maybe not safe because of this hiring. I know he did like a 400-page manifesto or whatever plan that's going to put in place. If I was a guessing or betting man, really big time first year, you see a fade second year, third year, he's done. I don't think this is a lasting legacy thing. I may be absolutely wrong. Obviously, he's a great coach. I think if people are putting spin on it, I just don't see, again, a 17, 18, 19-year-old, wanting to go play for, a 72-year-old dude. But I could be wrong. Could absolutely be wrong.
You've been out on it from day one. I've been a little more. I think it could work.
Yeah.
I think he has a plan in place from everything that's been reported. And I think he's genuinely a great football coach, right? And
no question.
And his goal is to show up, just like as we were coaches, our goal is to teach our young men a path to play in college or professionally. He has that path. He has it laid out. He knows what it takes to get there. He's seen who those players are, what they do. So I think, I don't know, I might differ with you on that opinion. I think he has some things that other coaches may not have. Now, obviously, Dabo Swinney has a track record of sending guys to pro football. Nick Saban did, right, when he was there. There's a lot of coaches that have done that. I think he can truly prepare them for what's to come.
Yes, but the reason Alabama has sent a lot of players to the NFL and Clemson and these other guys is because they recruit the best high school players, right?
That's fair.
There's only so much you can teach, certain guys. That's the reason, Alabama's recruiting class is always number one or number two. Your lifeblood of a program is your Joes, and your X's and O's matter, but it's more about the Joes than it is the X's and O's. And Saban was a great coach, but part of the reason he was a great coach because he had the best players.
We've seen that, and we know that if you've got really good players, it makes you look like a better coach for sure. That is a curious and an interesting conversation. Is like, all right, you take Nick Saban and you put him at name your
we got that example right. He was with the Dolphins. I think he was a 500 coach in the NFL, and not that he's not a great coach. I don't want to take anything away from everything that he did, but there's a lot of great. I think about college coaches being more than just sending a handful of players to the NFL. I think about like Dabo. My perception of Dabo, I have no clue, and even Deion Sanders is more like a mentor or maybe a father figure or like an uncle that you respect who's kind of done some things with their lives and can kind of guide you down that path. And I just don't see that. Bill will probably get the best out of you as a player, but I don't know if as a human you grow the same way if you grow with a Dabo. And and maybe it comes down to position coaches.
That's kind of what Bill has preached a little bit, is preparing the young men to become productive young men on and off the field. So I think he did touch on that. And I know I have seen from experience for sure down at Clemson, they have the Paul Journey programs, passionate about they're preparing their young men for the fifth quarter of life. And I've seen it firsthand. If you walk into that Clemson facility, it's very noticeable. They want that to be a highlight. And if you walk in as a parent with a potential recruit there and you see that, hey, we're not only investing in him as a player, but hey, we're trying to get him ready for the next phase of life after football. Like it's a major, and it's not a selling point. They're truly investing, but it's really cool. I would encourage everybody to take a look at that, find some video.
Hey, I saw where Chapel Bill had been trademarked. Is that you? Is that you're doing?
I wish it was me. I've heard it referenced. I think that it started getting catching fire, and there's going to be a lot of T-shirts and just this is going to bring a lot of excitement. And realistically, what do the Carolina Tar Heels have to lose?
Oh, I agree with that 100%.
They're a 500 team. They've had moments of national relevancy, but what do they want to do more? They want to beat NC State. They want to beat Duke. Win the state. And then in an ACC title, they were there a couple of years ago, lost to Clemson in the finals in Charlotte. But I mean, when's the last time they were really nationally relevant? It's been, I remember back in like 98, they made it into the top 5, but it really
I don't
haven't done
think
a
you
whole
got to
lot
do
since.
but so much now to be national relevant, right? You only got to be finishing that top 12 or be in that conversation at the end of the year. And there's no question Bill gets them a step closer to that. So
Yeah.
that can
And, well,
obviously
I
be
mean,
talked out of it.
everybody's talking about it now. So that's, I mean, they're making that splash. If anything, they're, as if Carolina needed to sell more jerseys, hats, shoes, or anything, they're, I guess they're selling hoodies now, cut off hoodies. So,
And
so it's
I
good for them.
I did read where he did actually get some communication from Julius Peppers in regards to
That's interesting because Julius Peppers did not want to communicate with me about anything. So I'm glad he opened up to, but maybe had I won a few
by a
Super Bowl
little bit
rings,
different level of respect for Coach
and some
than
big
Paul.
goon just approaching you on the sidelines of a basketball game. So yeah, I'm glad Julius opened up to Bill. Maybe that was the put. Maybe that was the move that really pushed him over the line. It's like, well, Julius is talking to me.
And I
This
saw
has
him
to
and
be
Lawrence
something.
Taylor. Yeah. I'm sure Lawrence had some words of wisdom, and even MJ, I'm sure had some words of,
Yeah.
hey, we'll make sure the Jordan money gets pushed towards that NIL. So
Yeah, absolutely. So, congratulations to Bill Belichick and the Carolina Tar Heels. Exciting to see that, and we'll track how that goes as the season progresses. Uh, Another story in the news that's pretty interesting: Joe Burrow's house got broken into, and so this has always been interesting. I think there's been different times when this has happened because clearly everybody knows the schedule where they will be. And I think Joe's a single man. I think everybody knows he's single. I mean, I don't know. He may be dating somebody, but he's single. Um, but as it turns out, there was somebody in the house when the person broke in.
which I think he knew about.
I think he knew about.
Well, I mean, he knew that girl was there. I think the reason it's really I mean, obviously it's a story because Joe Burrow's house gets broken into,
Yeah,
but I don't know if everybody knew that he was dating a 22-year-old supermodel or whatever they're doing, right? Maybe they're just talking. Maybe she's house sitting, right? Maybe it's not anything sexual in reference to that or outside of maybe she's a good friend.
could
Possibly.
be
Yeah, a good
Olivia
friend.
Olivia Pontone.
Yeah.
Ponton. I don't even know how to say her name.
I don't either.
Apparently, she's
I've never
pretty
heard of her.
famous on Instagram and TikTok.
Uh,
So if you're out there following her, hey, follow us.
yeah. Well, she's doing better than us. She looks better than us for sure. Super young in reference to us, but
I
yeah.
mean,
Hey, so why don't they? How about a camera right there? Right? You think Joe would have some cameras? I feel like I wouldn't even think about to break into homes because I would assume all these guys have pretty top notch security, but obviously that's not the case.
so first of all, when you're breaking into a home, I think if you're just committed to breaking into it, you're going for it. You're at that stage in life. You're probably hopped up on some meth or something. You're just you're just going, right? Like
You don't think you're planning this? I mean, if I was breaking into one of these guys' houses, I would have stalked it out a couple of times. Maybe they did. And then I would have made sure that, there was no security, no big dogs, no cameras. Or if a camera, I'm wearing a mask. Pretending like COVID is still here.
so what's there was a CPI, I think one of the camera companies where they're demonstrating the capabilities of the cameras and they like do this fake break-in and the guy breaks in and he's wearing like a football jersey with like number 50. You remember this commercial?
Yeah. It was some
I'm
Keekly,
like,
right?
yeah, Luke Kuechly whichever one he sponsored. I was like, dude, that's like who robs a house in midday wearing a football jersey? That's
Well,
seems really.
I'm
I've never
surprised about that.
broken
Maybe
into a
that is the
rob.
meth guy. The meth guy may be doing
Yeah,
it.
I mean, maybe little known fact that the Nazis used to give like frontline soldiers meth because apparently when you're on it, you think you're invincible and you just go. So
Makes
uh,
sense. I don't have any
no meth stories, nothing.
no. And I don't, I can't tell a story like, if we go eat at Burger King, I'm talking, hey, Burger King's not a great fast food in my opinion. I don't have an opinion on meth. Yeah.
It's
I don't know.
bad. We'll say it's bad. Say no to drugs, kids, except steroids. Those make you a better ball player. Don't do steroids. That's bad. Eat the chicken. Here's the thing. Uh, a lot of people, oh, I want the cage free. I want the hormone free. Go
No.
get the chicken with the steroids in it. Kind
Dude,
of
there's a reason those birds get that size in that short a
yeah.
period of time.
You want to
I
be
do have
that big.
experience seeing that.
Yeah. Why do you think I'm 6'6"? Yeah. Steroid
It's
chicken.
not genetics.
No, steroid chicken.
Steroid chicken, steroid milk.
All right. Last thing we're going to talk about today. Lou Gehrig has his 1937 game-worn jersey up for auction currently. What do you think that's worth? If you had just a disposable income where you could bid on such an item, what are you bidding out there to make a qualifying win bid?
So we got to take into consideration it's made out of wool.
Okay.
Right. We haven't gotten to the point where we're doing polyester blends or cotton like they did in Seinfeld episodes, and that didn't work out too great. I'm saying $2-3 million. I don't know. Some of these cards have gotten out of control.
Yeah.
I know some of these cards recently for tens and twenties millions of dollars. Obviously, they're not making any more of those. It's authentic. I assume it's game worn, right? We're just
game worn jersey. It looks awesome. It looks like a really cool jersey.
Yeah. So I'm going $3 million. You know, that's probably going to be my top end of what I would bid for it. Again, if I had unlimited funds, I don't know. I wouldn't have a top end. I would want the jersey.
If you want the jersey, you just go get it. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever it costs.
Yeah. And
but my current budget would be $3 million.
Okay. Okay. I mean, this podcast it's paying us pretty
It's obviously
well.
Killing it, right?
We're doing well, people.
I'm in a 5-star hotel. It's clearly.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, so let me give you the price of other highest paid jerseys in other sports.
Okay.
So in the NBA, Michael Jordan's 1998 Game 1 Finals jersey, $10.91 million. All right.
I'm off.
Soccer, Diego Maradona, his 1986 Argentina World Cup jersey.
Yeah,
$9.28 million.
And I don't know who that is.
And
I probably should, but I have no idea.
Wayne Gretzky's 1988 Stanley Cup Game 4, $1.45 million. And football, this one was odd to me. It's a Tom Brady signed Buccaneers jersey, $1.39 million.
That seems really high.
No,
he's not dead.
There's any real significance to it. And then the last one, Babe Ruth. So this is the called shot game in the 1932 World Series where Babe Ruth famously pointed to center field in Wrigley and hit a home run. $24.12 million.
Oh, I feel like it's got to be between the 10 and 25 million. So,
and
that would be
the thing with the Babe Ruth called shot is like just one of the most mythical, epic kind of.
Have you seen the video?
It's been a while though.
I have seen the video. It's very vivid in my mind. I think he was just BS and pointing back at the pitcher. He ends up hitting a bomb, and then the story evolved into complete that. I don't think he was not pointing up. He was pointing more straight out. If you watch the video, I really don't think. I know that's what it's turned into. Everybody does it. Hey, I'm hitting this home run, blah, blah, blah. But anyway, I think that's a conspiracy. Maybe we could look at
a conspiracy theory. Yeah.
I think he was pointing back at the pitcher. You know, back in the day, they used to yap at each other. That's where you got the emotion and kind of the, you know, good guy, heel, bad guy. They were literally talking trash to each other back and forth. And I think he was pointing back at the pitcher as he's talking trash.
He's hit a home run here. See?
Yeah. And so hits the bomb. His jersey, 100 years later, sells for $25 million. So I'm going between 10 and 25. Let's go $18 million.
18.
I mean, if Jordan's still alive. I mean, like you could go get something signed by Jordan. I mean, he played.
But it's a game worn 1998 Finals jersey. It's not just
at least there's 6 other ones, right?
It's not
maybe
a lot.
five other ones, depending on how many games there are.
Here's the thing: did he not wear the same jersey the entire series? Do they get new jerseys every game?
Maybe when you're that.
I mean, I played 10 minor league seasons and I didn't get any. I mean, we had some like goofy, like tie-dye jersey nights and stuff like that.
I don't think they were probably treating y'all the same as they would treat.
That's true. Like, you don't think the Huntsville Stars were popping out new jerseys? Like,
a little bit different budget.
I've got a great uniform story for another time. I'll save that, but it involves baseball pants and somebody nearly being choked out. So,
hey, so what's the number on this thing, bro? What is the number?
It hasn't sold yet. The auction's happening soon, so we'll check that, come back and let you know what that was. I'm going to say 5.2 million. 5.2 is my final. Where are you going? You're saying over 10?
I'm going between 10 and 25. I'm going to go $18 million.
I'm saying 5, you're saying 18. Okay, we'll check back. All right, folks. Well, that's all we have for you this morning. Please subscribe, follow us, like us, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. Love us.
Out. Go Pack.